Good morning, everyone. This is Rafe Gal, playing some Mario 3 from Mario All-Stars. And we're gonna do something a little different with Mario 3 this time. I started up a file here, and I was trying to figure out how I was gonna approach this. And kind of just came to the conclusion that I was doing it wrong. So part of the reason that I do these videos is because it gives me a sense of closure on games. I don't need to play I don't need to play Final Fantasy VI again right now because I have an encapsulated version of it with all the bells and whistles and done the way I want. I have a video of it. I have, like, an end point for it, kind of. Now, that's one of my favorite games of all time. And it's not like I'll never play it again, but for now, I feel like I play more games. I have more variety to my gameplay because of stuff like that. So Mario 1 has always kind of been a platform for me, more than a game. Or in these videos, at least. I'm not playing Mario 1 on my stream to play Mario 1. I'm playing it to have a background while I talk, most of the time. Lost Levels was new. And Mario 2, I kind of had some bones to pick. Namely, I spent way longer on World 5 and 7 than I liked. Wow. Now, my Mario 3 run, I felt went really well. Like, I don't remember any really big problems with Mario 3. So I'm gonna still finish it for the sake of completion. We're gonna do this a little differently. Perfect. We are going to... We're just gonna beat the game. My previous runs, I've beaten every level. Most of my runs, I 100% the games. We're still gonna beat Mario 3. But we're doing it this way. And I don't even just mean a little. Like, we're straight up just beating the game. Now, I'm not a speedrunner or anything like that, so I'm not gonna say this is like going really fast or something like that. But I think part of doing these videos, part of it's just me remembering why I'm doing it and having fun. Because I'm definitely not doing these for the sake of other people necessarily. And I'm not like, I don't have lofty aspirations of, you know, getting YouTube partnership or something like that. I have 1,200 videos posted, and I have 78 followers. I am not by any means thinking that this is like something that I'm going to, you know, make a sudden breakthrough on. I mean, I suppose that's possible, but something would have to go viral, something would have to go crazy for that to be the case. Certainly not my gameplay prowess. I'm playing terribly because I'm talking. That's normal, though. So yeah, I was just kind of thinking about it, and it's like, you know what? Mario 1 has been my platform to talk. Maybe this is another good opportunity to just play something through quick, just for the sake of completion, not because it's, you know, some big goal. Because I've already done it. And I guess while I play, that gives me a chance to just kind of think about all the... about what I'm doing here, I guess. Which is also kind of refreshing on occasion. Like, I started out by talking about, or with the Mario 1 video, by talking about what I'm doing next. And I'll be fair and say that part's important. But I think it's also kind of important to just think about why I'm doing it, I guess. For a lot of it, it's been a way to connect with people and to offer people who need it something to put on in the background, something to put on or to watch. It's to expose people to new games. And I don't think I'm exposing anyone to Mario 3 for the first time. Apparently the left edge of the screen is a weird... That's okay. So yeah, I feel like I mean, I originally started recording stuff because not expecting that to go that fast. I originally started recording stuff because it was kind of a... I mean, partially because I was looking at speedrunning stuff and thinking that that part looked fun. Before I kind of thought about that part more and realized I don't really like the actual process for that. I'm not really great at practicing things. I know that might sound kind of weird, but it is genuinely a skill that I just don't have I am terrible at practicing things. Ask my high school band director. I'm sure he'd verify. And so speedrunning just never really stuck. And that's the same problem I'm starting to have with some of the randomizers, because the runs I see for them are so skill intensive at this point. You know, I've talked a little bit about, like, my problems with that. With the Zelda randomizer especially, where the expectation is that you can do dark rooms and bomb jumps and stuff. And I can't. And I tried learning, and it didn't stick. I play games a lot more, I guess, off the cuff. I'm a very intuitive player. That's part of the reason that I have so much trouble on some of the sections in these games, slowing down and just thinking about what I'm doing. Because my gut method for playing through these games is just to hold down the run button and go. Especially for the ones that I'm familiar with, like Mario 3 and Mario 1. I mean, that's part of the problem I had with the, what was it? The Mario Brothers 3C, I think it was. The challenge mode. Part of the problem I had with that, straight up, was the fact that it's very close to Mario 3, but it's not Mario 3. And so my instinct kept taking over. And messing me up. I might get stuck on the hand again. Nope. Okay, we're gonna just use a leaf and see if we can get through. You know, I thought about going back and doing one more level on World 1 to get that 5-up from the star. And I didn't. And if I end up regretting it... Ooh, okay. So yeah, I started out as a speedrunning thing with Refunked, and I only ended up getting 3 runs that were worth doing. Like 3 runs that were worth continuing the run. I had the first, good run I recorded, where I actually got all the way through it. And then I had 2 secondary runs where I improved my time. From there, it was the randomizer stuff, which was much more something I could handle. I mean, especially Lufia Ancient Cave, because that was something that I already loved, that I was relatively familiar with. That was not a 5-up. And the research I did, the resources I found, really enabled me to keep going with it. Man, that invincibility felt weird. Okay. So, and then from there, I don't know if it was actually the next thing, but the next big thing that I really thought about, because I did a few other random things that were like, hey, this would be a fun thing to record. The next big thing that really kind of changed the way that I was perceiving some of this was XCOM. Because XCOM was purposely about including people. That missed. So I think we can do this. I think we just have to redo 1 and 2 now, which is fine. Nope. So yeah, I did my first XCOM run and basically had this whole pageantry of it where I was doing stuff, lots of little stuff for people. I made like little promotional things for it. I have a whole roster of characters, and I worked really hard on making sure that those characters actually looked like the people who they represented to an extent. And like it was a whole project. And like a lot of my other stuff, I'd had a bit of that, but short of actually, you know, like editing my videos and stuff like that, that was probably one of the things I put the most effort into. Not in like a bad way or anything, just that's just how it worked out. I've done a few other random pieces there where I started trying to do other things to get more going on. There's been more than one time where I've, you know, been like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do do some advertising type stuff for myself, or maybe I should do some other social media stuff, or whatever. Like, I genuinely made my Twitter, or everything else aside, one of the main reasons that I made my Twitter account was literally just for that, and eventually got to a point where it just wasn't clicking. Well, I got the 1-up. and I haven't been using Twitter as much, mostly because, I mean, really it's because it's one more thing to check, but it over other things was largely because it wasn't doing what I needed. I wasn't doing what I was wanting to do on it. And I think I've kind of made my peace with where I'm at. I would love, there's part of me that would love to get a bit more of a community going. I got a post on the Discord channel a little while ago, and was like, oh yeah, that's a thing. So yeah, it's not like it's a bad thing. I'm kind of fine with where it's at. There's part of me that would love to get some more followers and stuff, but at the same time, every time I get more followers, I feel like I'm not necessarily glad about it. Not necessarily more followers, but more comments, I should say. Like, I've had a few videos that got a bunch of views, and they tend to end up getting comments that I'm not as okay with. You know, they tend to get comments about, like, negative comments that aren't necessarily productive. You know, YouTube comments. And like, the reason I originally stopped recording Hearthstone was because every time I made a Hearthstone video, I got a bunch of flack about how terrible my deck was, and it's like, I literally led this off with, you know, hey, I'm an amateur guy who's just screwing around with deck building stuff. This isn't a professional video. This isn't like it's competitive Hearthstone. This is deck building for fun. And still got negative comments. It's like the only place I get dislikes was in those. And I know it's random people that don't know or care, but I kind of realized that it ended up making me feel like, I don't know, there's something about it that just really rubbed me the wrong way and kind of made me realize that I don't think random people on the internet are my audience. That's not where I wanted to go. There we go. At the end of the day, I'm doing this for me and for my friends. And I appreciate the conversations I can have with my friends. I appreciate the fact that I can, you know, learn something from them or have them learn something from me. I appreciate the fact that I can do something that makes them happy. And something that makes me happy at the same time. And like I said, there's definitely a like personal thing of of recording my favorite games, of making a record of it so that so it's done. I don't need to do it again, kind of thing. And the few exceptions are to the games, the games I've recorded more than once on this have been games that I felt needed to be recorded again. I'm planning on going back and doing a few other games as well. Once I get my capture card going, or once I get my new computer up, which at this point is actually looking like August. I finally got a date from them. Apparently that motherboard just doesn't exist in the United States for the time being, and I'm not paying like $500 for it. So we're kind of stuck on this. And I was kind of debating on what I wanted to do next after I finished Mario All-Stars. I'm kind of like, there's like 3 or 4 different things I totally spaced off using my flower. That's probably for the best, let's be fair here. If I get this on my first try after I forgot to use the flower, I'm gonna be grumpy. See, that's why I didn't use the flower. So yeah, I can't do a lot of the games that I want to do right now, which is kind of annoying to me. Like, I really wanted to do Ori. I'm really disappointed that I couldn't do Ori. I know that the Hollow Knight sequel is going to be coming out soon. Oops. This is going poorly. There we go. Well, I guess we're going the long way, but that's okay. So yeah, it was just kind of I've kind of been thinking, and it's really hard to actually feel like... It's hard to figure out what to do next right now, because I generally go off of feel. I just go off of what feels right. What I really want to do at the time, which is part of why I end up doing this Mario All-Stars run. And I don't know. My videos may end up being a little more sporadic in the near future because of that. I've kind of meandered all over the place here and don't really have a real solid point to it. Like, I've got a couple randomizers saved up. I might do those. Might not. So yeah, I guess there's gonna be a lot going by ear here in the near future. Like I ended up doing Gato Roboto and just sitting down and playing it over the course of 2 days. It's not a long game. It's fun. There's a few other games that I've kind of been up in the air on for a little bit here, and I'm kind of hesitant to start a big project right now, just because of where everything's at. I'm not saying I'm not going to, but I'd like to really make sure that I'm doing it when I'm in the right spot in my own life. I don't want to start a 120-hour game when I'm not going to have time to record, basically. And when I'm not going to be motivated to finish. So, I guess we'll see where everything lands. I think the most important thing from all of that, which was very rambling, is I'm really only here doing this when it is something that makes me happy, and when I know that somebody on the other end is watching it. So, if there's something that you're excited about, if there's something you enjoy, comment and let me know. Make sure you like the video. You know, if you're someone who's friends with me, send me a message. Let me know, hey, I liked your video. Let me know which series you like in particular. Let me know which, if there's new games that you think I'd like. I mean, that's how I got Gato Roboto. Somebody literally just posted and said, hey, you've been mentioning these Steam games. You should try Gato Roboto. And I did, and I liked it. Not just, I like this game, you should play it, but I like this game and I think you would like it too. Very different things. Gonna avoid the long rant about people recommending their favorite things without really stopping to consider if you'd like them. So yeah, that was a short, terrible run of Mario 3 with warps. So realistically, just mostly World 8 twice. We ended up struggling a little bit, but I'm kind of okay with that. Like, give me a little more time to talk and think, and at the end of the day, it's a platform. I already have a good Mario 3 run. So with that, I think we're gonna wrap up. Hopefully you're still enjoying. If you're getting to this point in the video, you must be, or you're just too far away to turn it off. If you are, give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. I'm sure there's something out there. If you enjoyed this, there's definitely something else you'd enjoy. Hopefully more. If you have any questions or suggestions, you want to know, want to ask me something, you want to give me a topic to talk about, leave a comment. If you have any suggestions for games, I'd love to have them. I have a huge list right now, and like I said, I kind of go off of feel. It's not like it's an in-order list or something like that. I've tried putting stuff in order and like making structured lists and stuff like that, and it's always gone bad because I end up feeling obligated instead of being excited. And I feel like I do better with these when I'm excited. So, give me something to put on the list, and I will put it on the list, and when I am excited to play it, I will. As always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.